Hello there. It's been a stormy week so far across Northern Europe, and that theme is going to continue, although into next week there are signs of things quietening down. Now, we've got one weather front moving its way through the southeastern Mediterranean, only to be replaced by another. That is bringing some damaging gusts of winds, severe gales yet again across Poland, Germany, the Low Countries, some rain through France and Germany, snow across the Alps. The western Mediterranean looks fine and settled. Showery outbreaks of rain to come across Turkey and some of the Greek Isles. It's not looking too bad through mainland Greece up into the Balkans and Italy for Friday afternoon, along with the French Riviera, Spain and Portugal. But you don't have to go very far once you get over the Pyrenees. A blanket of cloud, some rain, and as I say, severe gales again going to be an issue. Some of that rain as well, quite heavy and thundery in places. Now, there's another weather front moving in from the Atlantic for the UK on Saturday. That's going to push its way into Northern Europe, but the Mediterranean looks largely fine and quiet for the start of the weekend. A little bit of drier, sunnier and warmer weather to look out for. And that theme continues with high pressure building. Things will quieten down into next week, particularly across London and Paris, which has been pretty miserable of late. And the same too for Berlin. The rain easing, drier and sunny. The warmth, though, certainly in Athens. Hello there. You name it, we've had it with the weather just recently across North America. We've got some heavy rain and localised flooding in the upper Midwest. We've seen this storm system moving its way across Colorado. That's going to bring some significant snow across the Great Lakes and some very heavy rain with some thundery downpours, maybe even some tornadoes across the Ohio and Mississippi Valley as well. Ahead of it, it's pretty warm, unseasonably warm weather as well, but that will change once this weather front sweeps its way steadily through. So along the west coast, I'm pleased to say things just that little bit quieter. Yes, we've got some fronts moving in from the Pacific Northwest. There could be some snow to higher ground and some rain close to Vancouver. Oregon down into California, fine, settled, sunny. Winds coming from the interior. It's pleasantly warm here. Some lovely spring sunshine and warmth to look out for across San Francisco and Los Angeles, as you can see, with temperatures into the high teens for San Francisco, low 20s for Los Angeles. Now, very warm indeed for the time of year across that east coast. Ahead of this rain, as I say, some of this rain really could be quite intense, accompanied by some strong to gale force, perhaps severe gale force gusts of winds at times as well, stretching all the way down to parts of Tennessee. So, over the next few days, that warmth will clear its way through, going from 21 down to 10 degrees as the front eases. Hello there. A forecast for Mexico, Central America and the Caribbean coming up shortly. First of all, in South America, the weather story is pretty much stuck in repeat at the moment. You can see where the shower cloud is tending to sit. That's where the heaviest of the rain is likely to be, and it has caused some issues with some localised flooding. So across Colombia, down into Venezuela, Ecuador, stretching down through western Brazil down to the south, we'll see some sharp showers as well. Now, some of these showers merging together for longer spells of rain, and don't forget the brighter, vibrant colours denoting the intensity of that rainfall. So a little bit more sporadic across the far northeast of Brazil, but some sharper ones down to the south, also affecting parts of Uruguay and Paraguay as well. Northern Argentina, fine and settled. We'll see a little more in the way of cloud down towards the south, and the winds increasing too. So this is the city forecast for the next 5 days. Not that much in the way of change, really. A few sharp showers continuing into Rio. Bogota stays pretty unsettled as well. Now, for Mexico and Central America, it's a little bit more straightforward. It's a dry, settled story. There's not that much in the way of cloud or rain to point out to you. A few isolated heat of the day showers, maybe through the Caribbean. They will ease away, and those temperatures still promising, peaking into the low 30s. So there'll be little change in the city forecast either. It's fine and settled. We will see a few showers close to Cuba. They will ease away as well. Take care. Hello there. Tropical cyclone Idai looks set to make a landfall across southern Mozambique. We've been talking about this for a few days. It's been very slow moving as it's out through the Mozambique Channel, but you can quite clearly see the storm. You can also see the eye as well on the satellite picture. Then it will track further inland across Mozambique, affecting potentially parts of Zambia as well. Some heavy rain is going to be associated with that. Elsewhere, things are largely fine and quiet. The rain that we've seen in South Africa easing away. Our seasonal seasonal rains across the western half close to the equator, and further north it's a largely quiet story here too. So it's a better picture across Cape Town in comparison to of late, and the showers in Johannesburg easing as well. But it does look as though we will continue to see a good deal of dry weather generally across many of the major cities in Africa over the next 5 days. Let's take a look though at what to expect across the Middle East, and it's quite stormy through the eastern Mediterranean, and some of that weather will move its way across Turkey over to the Levant coast and then further east into northern Iraq as well. The potential for a little more fair weather cloud, maybe a few isolated showers towards Abu Dhabi. We're not really expecting too much of an issue. As you can see quite clearly, a good slice of dry, settled weather in the forecast as well. So city forecasts show this quite nicely, with temperatures peaking into the low 30s. Hello there. It's a quiet weather story across South Asia, pretty much as you'd expect really at this time of year. The emphasis is with the dry, settled, sunny and increasingly hot weather, but we have got a few shower clouds, and the areas at risk of seeing some showers is Sri Lanka and up into northeastern states of India as well. And you can see where the drier, settled theme is, and with just a light easterly breeze, particularly close to Chennai. Now further north and west, it's also quite a dry, settled story. So let's take a look into Central Asia in a little more detail. Across Kazakhstan, we've got temperatures above freezing now, and it does look as though it'll be dry. The threat of some rain towards this area as we move into the weekend. Lots of dry, settled weather, as you can see quite clearly across much of Central Asia. Now, into Pakistan, to northwest India, are fine and settled. We move further south, there's a good deal of sunshine. The risk of a few showers perhaps into Sri Lanka. Sharper showers maybe into Chhattisgarh, Bihar, West Bengal as well, but they should be fairly isolated, a few as well through the Himalayas. Here's our 5-day city forecast. A good deal of dry, sunny weather. Always a risk of some showers, as I've said, across Sri Lanka. And it does look as though towards the end of the weekend into next week, we could see the potential for some showers into Tashkent as well. Hello there. A detailed forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly. First of all, let's take a look at the satellite picture across Asia. The usual shower clouds being picked up quite nicely across Indonesia. Further north of that, we've got a series of weak weather fronts that are just pushing their way across Japan, and they're producing some showery outbreaks of rain. Nothing particularly significant, but as you can see quite clearly on the graphics, there will be a little more cloud the further north you are, and a few showers. Similar for Korean Peninsula, but for much of China, it's fine and settled. We've still got some decent spring warmth across Beijing with 13 degrees, dry and sunny into Shanghai. A few scattered showers though, perhaps a little bit further south for Hong Kong. Fine and quiet across much of northern Thailand and into Vietnam. Our usual showers further south. This is our city forecast for the next 5 days. That quiet theme set to continue. A few showers or longer spells of rain into Osaka for the second half of the weekend. Now we've still got heatwave conditions across southern Australia, but a little bit cooler and fresher down to the southeast. A few scattered showers across that Queensland coastline as well over the next few days. We've also got a weather front that's producing some rain towards the South Island of New Zealand. So disappointing feel into Christchurch with 17 degrees the high, 25 degrees though likely into Auckland. Here we should keep some drier and sunnier weather. Here's our city forecast. It stays unsettled into Sydney for the next 5 days, brighter in Wellington.